Welcome, race fans, back tonight with the SRCA IndyCar League here at Chicagoland. Great track, mile-and-a-half track, and we were just talking here briefly a few minutes ago about, see, there it goes, it's going to do that drop and frame stuff again, just for a brief second. We were talking about the fuel mileage here. These guys can actually make this on one pit stop, and that's going to be kind of interesting to see how they're going to do that, but we are about 8.5 minutes away from qualifying. So real quick here, let's check out and see what the weather's like. 111 degree track temperature. Ouch. 90 laps here. That's about 135 miles. Pit tire window is about 40 to 50 laps. Fuel window 45 to 48 laps, they were telling me. And pit road speed 50 mile an hour. So a little bit of wind out there, and that wind could affect these cars. Well, all right, let's run down through the point standing. John Poole with a point lead there over Nathan Lewis by 31 points. Brett Beasley in third, 34 points behind. Victor Volley in fourth, 45 points back. Lucas Smith in fifth, 51 points behind. Timothy Bates in sixth, 57 points back. Sean Williams in seventh, 65 points behind. Will Klein in eighth, 73 points behind. James Miller in ninth, 74 points back. And Justin Ford rounds out the top 10, 77 points behind. Jeff?
Yeah, and also in place will be Spencer Madden. He's 50 points back from our leader there. So Sharon 10th with Justin Ford. Also Jeff Fisher, 12th. Keith Martinson, who we talked to a lot about those fuel runs, he's 13th in points. He's about, 85 42 total points. Got it. Yeah, 85 points total behind there. Wes Shire, 14th, 89 points behind our leader. Andy Kinsey, 90 points behind our leader in 15th. 16th place, gosh, I'm going to mess up this name.
Aldous Puttikalas.
Yeah, that's a name I won't get down anytime soon, but 16th place, he's 91 points back. 17th is Scott Rambler. He's done one race. I believe it looks like a second place finish there, but he's still 93 points back. Tom Mercer, 95 points back and 18th. Aaron Smith, the second, also 95 points back, tied with 18th. And Anthony Emery, with only one race, it looks like he's 96 points back, and Caden Henry Oaks, 3 races in, 96 points back, also tied for 20th.
Very good, very good. All right, well, guys, the time's running down here for practice right now. Spencer Madden is the fastest in practice by 17 one-thousandths of a second. So let me ask you, Jeff, Chicagoland, we know this is a good wide mile-and-a-half track, but when you're out here with these DW12s, it doesn't seem like it's so wide.
Open wheel racing here this evening at Chicagoland, and the style fashion we're used to seeing of stock cars, you can get them 2x2, but going down those corners, we notice the track temperature. We notice how the car's not turning successfully at high rates of speed, climbing through turn 2 exit. You really don't have a lot of room. If you're on the bottom and if you have to check up, if you feel nice enough to check up, that is, to your outside guy, you're just going to lose a lot of spots. So it's all going to be about the draft and how you effectively use that entering turn 1 and turn 3, because you do not want to be doubled up on the exit.
Yeah, I think the bottom is going to be key in the corners, but high side, in the straightaways for sure. And like you said, draft is going to be very important here. That's going to play a very important part in this race here today. So, all right, we are coming down to 4 minutes in practice left. So we're getting close to the time here to step away and play the national anthem. So, but thank you all for joining us. We appreciate it. Give us a thumbs up on the video there and subscribe. And I got to say hello to Mike and Josh. Welcome there, guys. And we are ready to rock and roll here in just a couple more minutes. And it looks like a pretty nice sized field. About 17 drivers have joined in. I figured about 18, I think, is what I about figured at the beginning of the race, but we are short one driver. I was kind of looking for Scott Ramler to show up tonight, but apparently he's not going to make it.
Yeah, a lot of drivers out here, like you said, Rudy, almost up to the national anthem time. I saw a couple guys late into TeamSpeak, so maybe a couple more entering the iRacing server momentarily.
Yeah. Well, I think we're in for a good show here tonight. 90 laps, it's not really that long of a race. It'll be long enough for these guys battling, you know, the draft and everything, but it should be a pretty decent race. All right, well, folks, we're going to step away and play the national anthem. We'll be right back.
So proudly we hailed, and the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fights, oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket treadless, the bomb busting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land under the frame, and the home of the brave. Because we are the brave. Yes, we are the brave. We'll fight you in name, the name of the brave. We are the US of A. For those unaware, that flag is still there. It's our future to save, this land of the brave, the US of A. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free, and the
And we're back, folks. Qualifying's just getting underway as we speak, and guys are just now getting out on the track. It doesn't look like we're going to have a whole bunch of qualifiers. Maybe half the field going to qualify here tonight, so that's what it's looking like so far. We should have times coming.
Yeah, times are going to be coming in momentarily. There's Kinsey up there with a 25.410.
Yeah, there you go.
For his first one.
Brandon Carl takes over the top spot now.
Seeing almost
25.364.
Yeah, seeing almost 120 miles an hour in the straightaways here with no draft.
Yeah. There you go. Indy Kinsey, top of the leaderboard. Sean Williams, second. Oh, Sam Goodman, Brandon Carl. Boy, more of them coming in. Sean Williams, second. Matt Hummel, third. When that's changing. Caden Henry Oaks to the top of the leaderboard. Nate Stewart, second. God, look at that. Almost breaking that 25-second barrier.
That'd be one fast race here, Rudy. 25 seconds a lap.
I wouldn't be a bit surprised to see maybe a little quicker time here. I think somebody's going to break that 25-second barrier.
They're using all they can. They're using that final lap, and they're going below the white line, dipping it down there in the unsafe zone for these Indy cars just to get that extra time.
Yeah, well, I guess they're not going to be able to break that 25-second. I thought for sure somebody would.
No, they're trying really hard. These times are all right next to each other. It's not really a determining factor of how the race is going to go tonight either. This is all about how much speed you can get out of turn 4 on that final lap and shove it down there below the white line.
John Poole on the track right now. That is our points leader in the Cannon car there, number 56, and he lays down
all the way to the top.
There
he
you
broke
go.
it.
He
broke
did.
The 25.
I'll tell you, if that's the guy, to do it right there. If somebody's gonna do it, it's gonna be John Poole. You don't get to be at the top of the leaderboard by not turning out great laps like that. Lucas Smith on the track. He's got enough time to get a couple laps in here, so let's see what he can do. Running the Marlboro car, number 50.
That's always a good paint scheme there. Quick one to pick up on trading paints too, if you need it.
Yep. All right, 14th quickest. Let's see what he can do on his second lap. I always like to do qualifying because I always like to see these cars out here, one at a time and see what they can do. He cuts her down below that white line, and let's see, what's he turn in? 13.
Yeah, he wasted a lot of time going down there the first lap. He could have kept more speed.
Yep.
Staying up there on the first lap.
Well, that's still not a bad place to start. I mean, what do we got? Like 5 guys that did not take a qualifying time? Yeah. Elijah Grassi and Justin Ford, Daniel Falkingham, Tom Mercier, and Keith Martins. So, Keith Martinson, the official backmarker.
I'm sure he'll like to hear that later.
Oh, he calls himself that. So, all right, that's going to end qualifying. Get everybody on the grid here. All right, John Poole grabbing the pole with a 24.973, breaking that 25-second barrier, man. That's pretty awesome. Caden Henry will start on the outside of the front row in second. Brett Beasley third. Nate Stewart fourth. Tony Hilbrand's fifth. Sean Williams starts sixth. Spencer Madden seventh. Sam Goodman in eighth. Taylor Fry ninth. And Matt Hummel runs out the top 10. Jeff?
Yeah, Jeff Murray 11th with a 25.138. 12th, Andy Kinsney 50 of Lucas Smith there will be starting 13th. Brandon Carl 14th in the 77. Daniel Falkingham in the number 20. 15th, he's our first non-qualifier along with Tom Mercier, but he's not being shown on track. Elijah Drew Garcia 17th. Justin Ford not showing on track for me, and Keith Martinson rounding out 19. So we have essentially about 17 cars on track, Rudy.
Yeah, well, they may join in. I don't know. Well, I don't. Yeah, Justin Ford just now joined in, but Tom Mercier has not yet. Well, let's see what these guys can do. 90 laps, and they can make it on one fuel pit stop here. So, but man, tires is going to be the key to try to keep the tires under that thing when you're going these kinds of speeds that these guys are doing out here tonight. It's going to be pretty wild.
Wild indeed, Rudy. We got that Porsche leading us off rather than the Mustang. Nice to see the Porsche out here, on my view at least.
Yep.
Now, here's our doubling up factor. I'm not sure if they'll go single for restarts, if that has to be a factor, but 90 laps, 20 incidents, and only one fast repair. So you don't want to beat down the wall too much.
No, definitely not. These cars are not made for contact. I can tell you that right now. You make any kind of contact with another driver and damage does happen, whether it's a wing damage or a side pod or tire, wheel, steering, anything like that. Boy, it can affect how these cars handle. Oh, but here we go,
most
man.
notably that the front wing, back wing, or the nose wing, at least those pieces are quite essential to this race car and downforce.
All right, here we go. Coming out of turn 4 here in just a minute. Pace car's going to head to pit road, and John Poole's going to take him to the line here for the green flag. Pace car's in.
Green.
And there's the green. We're off and going. Oh, somebody pulled off right there. Oh.
Yeah, a lot of hair spinning on these cars. I've seen it on pit road. Here we go. John Poole, 3-wide action there around 5th or 6th place.
Oh, Tony Hilbrands. Oh, man. All out of shape right there. And that's going to let Sam Goodman get by. We got a caution in the back. What the heck? Elijah Gracia going around. And
Keith Martinson.
Keith Martinson? Oh, boy. Let's go see what happened here. I'm not sure if Elijah just got caught up in that or Keith did. One of them. See what they did here.
Oh, Keith just had a head of steam and didn't get no help by Rudy.
Oh, okay. All right, I'm on Keith right now. See what happens here. Oh, wow, yeah. Oh my, yes. It looks like he come right up into him. Dang.
Oh,
Yeah,
what a run. He had a good run off of turn 2. He just couldn't, keep it off the car.
Yep. Well, I don't think anybody got any damage on it, even though they did make a little contact. It's probably nothing that you couldn't come in and maybe just a few seconds on pit road and fix up and save that reset for later. So not a good sign when you get a caution that early. All right, pace car's in. Boy, we're going back green already. Holy smokes.
Pace car's in where?
Oh, where am I at?
Pace car's. Yeah, where are you at?
Never
you
mind.
rewound too far.
Yeah, I did. Sorry, my bad. Rookie mistake.
It's all good. We had some bidders in. I'll try and find them. I believe it's Tony Hildebrand, the 92 machine. He's in the pits.
Yeah, Jeff Murray.
Daniel Falkingham.
Yep. Tom Mercier, Elijah sitting on pit road. Hey, Dragon,
Keith
David
was in.
And Prim something. I guess that's Primate. Okay. Yeah, now I think they go single file restarts.
That'd be the best thing for the IndyCar.
Yeah,
Some guys that don't do IndyCar leagues choose to do those double file restarts, and it just adds more madness to the chaos.
Yeah, I think they do the single file. I can't remember. Yeah. We'll see here in a couple minutes, though.
Well, each caution lap we do serve here tonight, Rudy, is a one tick mark towards the positive of these guys making it on a short pit stop.
Yeah, right. And the lights are out. We're going green next time by. Everybody is off of pit road and still on the lead lap, so nobody's lost a lap yet. We'll get them going this time, Jeff.
Yep, we'll run down the top 5 real quick. Look at John Poole. He's up there in first. He hasn't suffered any damage. He was clean out through that one lap. We were green. Brett Beasley's up there. Caden Henry Oaks, Nate Stewart, and Sam Goodwin are top 5 heading into this next green flag event. Thank you, everyone out there on YouTube watching as we're going green yet again here at the SRCA. Well over 20 watchers at one point. Thank you for showing up, hitting that like button, subscribing, whatever you have to do.
Yeah, no Captain Hook tonight, Dragon. Yeah, Captain Hook took the night off tonight.
All right, we're down and away with the pace car. Green flag is out here yet again at Chicagoland. Third place, Caden and that 19 looking low going into turn 1. Not too much action going on in the back, but second place running up here, Brett Beasley and Caden side by side out of that corner. Gaining speed was Brett Beasley. We'll see how it goes through turn 3.
Sam Goodman and Nate Stewart in a nice battle here. Boy, this is getting to be about a 5-car, 6-car battle up in the front right now. Nate Stewart.
And who's hacking away the... Oh, car in the wall there. I think that was Nate Stewart or Matt Hummel.
I think everybody's okay right now. Falkingham up to 12. And Elijah Gracia. Oh, we got a wreck. Matt Hummel. Oh, my gosh. Let's go see what happened to Matt. Man, that looked pretty bad. He hit that wall really hard.
That car just got below him.
Yeah, he bounced off the wall once there. I think that's where you said that he's seen a car bounce off the wall. He's being a little over anxious here. That car just about wanting to step out on him. And he gets tagged. That was number 47 there that got him in the tail, Andy Kinsey. And that's going to get a lot of guys caught up into that one. Oh, my. Yep.
Yeah, Matt Hummel's trying to drive it back as we speak. Not having a superb time with it, but he's trying not to tow. And I believe he just towed.
Well, he's got to reset, but he's already going to be a lap down. And Andy Kinsey, looks like both of those guys going one lap down. Well, I know it's really kind of early and only 8 laps in, but let's see if we can get a word in with... where was it? Brett Beasley, if I can find him. He was in here earlier. Where am I seeing? I seen his name.
He's marked just Beasley right above us.
Ah, there he is. Yeah. Okay. Brett Beasley, you got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
Sorry about that. I didn't mean to disrupt your pit stop. I'm sorry. All right, so you're out. Okay, what's going on out there? You picked up a couple spots at the beginning there, but boy, it's been kind of nip and tuck out there today.
Yeah, you catch the draft, and I mean, it wants to put you in the wall, so you got to be real careful how you go about it.
I know these cars got a lot of suck up on the back of somebody, but boy, you didn't waste a minute there to try to battle up there and get yourself in the second spot. So now, where do you go to from here? I know it's early, kind of early for pit stops, but where do you go to from here?
I think I'm gonna try and follow John around a little bit, see if we can follow him to the front again.
And maybe pick up some pointers, huh? He's our points leader,
Yeah, he's good. There's no doubt about it.
And I'll tell you, that was one heck of a lap he laid down there qualifying. Broke that 25-second barrier, and man, that was amazing. But, well, we'll wish you the best of luck out there, Brett. Keep up the good work, man. Third in points. Got to keep going.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it.
All right. All right, so he's going to be restarting in fifth. Aiden Henry stays out. Sam Goodman and Spencer Madden. All three of them guys stay out.
Yeah, they do. They're playing the tire strategy more or less to the factor of they still have to pit no matter what, anyways. But with these old tires versus new tires, Rudy, out here, we'll have a little bit of a fall off initially from our leaders to the guys that did pit. But it isn't going to matter after much as you start gliding through these corners at 200 plus miles an hour.
Oh, that's a fact. All right, here we go, folks. Aiden Henry going to get them started. Now they're on just about 8 or 9 lap older tires than the rest of the field back there, but that's really not a whole lot. Pace car's in. Aiden Henry on the loud pedal. Green, green, green. Good jump, but boy, you don't want to jump out there too far. These guys will reel you in and fly by you.
Yep, a lot of what we've seen here live on MaxSpeedTV over the weekend with the Indy 500 leagues going around. You get reeled up and someone can just outrun you through the corners.
Yes, sir. Brandon Carl, 7th place for Brandon after starting 14th.
Battle for 4th going on here, Rudy.
Yeah,
with
this
John
is
Poole.
heating up. It's heating up.
Brett Beasley still rolling in behind, trying to follow John Poole. Nate Stewart down on the bottom, giving away a little bit of time, looking for some speed through the corners. He's not going to get it. He's going to have a good round out here, but he's going to block off the guy behind him, who I believe is Brandon Carl.
Yeah, Brandon Carl's right there behind Nate Stewart, and it looks like he just got a run on Nate, and he's going to go by Nathan, or Nate, I should say. So I don't think Nate wanted to battle with him too awful much. He said, you want to go by me, go ahead. I'm just cruise mode right now. Aiden Henry leading the race, and boy, he's got a lot of company up here right now with Spencer Madden and Sam Goodman.
Yeah, I mean, he's leading by a nose there, Rudy, but Spencer could get around real easy right now. No,
Yep.
Not at the line, but if he wanted to make a real good push off of turn 4, he could have. Just good side-by-side racing in these Indy cars.
He's doing a great job, I'll tell you. And he's kind of twofold right there because he's keeping Sam Goodman behind him, which Sam's kind of helping him with a little bit of draft, where Caden Henry's on the bottom all by himself. But he's holding it good. It's like most of the tracks though that I see these guys, run these Indy cars at. If you just stay on that white line, it's hard to pass on the outside.
Yep, here we got a good aero push going from Sam Goodman. He's chosen Spencer up front here. He's going to get a good aero push. There goes Spencer. He's going to close down, take the lead.
Yes, he does, and he leads his first lap of the race.
All about that aero push right there through turns 3 and 4. He needed a little bit of help. Spencer's really loving the outside exit. Just like I said, glide through these corners, really just narrowing it down, keeping all the speed he can, maybe even lifting a tad bit to go through these corners. Oh, Sam Goodman into the wall. He's down below. Oh, there's something wrong with Sam Goodman, the 11. He's down in the grass. Up back on the, he almost made contact. Makes contact again. Wow. God, I haven't seen this much contact for one straightaway in a while.
Hey, Caden Henry's not going to give that up too easily. Oh, man, I'm telling you. But right now, he's going to have to. Beasley, the third, Nate Stewart, fourth, and Brandon Carl now into the top 5.
Yeah, what a race we got going here. No yellow flag as we followed, I believe it was Sam Goodman in the further top 3 from last lap. He ran all the way down to the grass and came back up on the track, able to get it pit road after hitting only one car.
Already 20 laps into the race, man. 20 down, 70 to go. They're clicking them off now, and they can get about 45 to 48 laps on a tank of fuel. So that's, going to put them well past the halfway mark. These guys have not, these two up here battling right now for the lead have not been to pit road yet. But those cautions have kind of insured them,
Yeah, I mean, they got time ahead, and the fall off for our leaders from qualifying is only about 0.3 to 0.4. So they're not too bad off. I think not pitting was the right strategy for our leaders, and they're showing it to be the greatest factor so far in this race, as they're still side by side and well above a second beyond first or third place there. Side by side we go, Rudy.
Yeah, this is getting, when the field is spread out so much. I'm really kind of shocked at that. I figured these guys would be on top of each other a little bit more than this, but they are really spread out around here. Walkingham into 7th.
If you can keep an arrow on the guy in front of you, you're safe. But if you lose it, it's like getting hung out at a super speedway during a stock car race. You're just out there and driving.
Keith Martinson started dead last on the field, running in 8th.
Yeah, he was even involved in that caution too, Rudy. He mentioned about just wanting to finish this race. He's got a good position so far. He's also already pitted, and I think he may even use that quick repair. Aiden Henry Oaks in the 19 still leads this, Rudy. Spencer Madden falling off, though, at least 0.2 back. Either a saving fuel or the better line is coming into effect for the 19 of Caden. And Brett Beasley continues to fall back, but he's actually gaining tremendously. Spencer Madden losing tons of time to the third place, Brett Beasley.
Yeah, he is. Brett's closing that gap up big time. Oh yeah, man, he is really, he's coming right up on the back of him now. He's got that draft.
Our points leader here is pitting John Poole in the 56. He is down on pit road for the slow pit entry of 50 miles an hour.
Oh man, what the heck happened to him, I wonder?
He was being followed, at least Brett Beasley, for some time, but I believe he got in some sort of squabble.
Yep, Beasley And Spencer Madden, Beasley gets by Spencer Madden now. And boy, he closed that gap up and passed him easily. And here comes Nate Stewart. He's gonna try and do the same thing.
Some different strategies out on the field. We're seeing the guys that pitted during the previous caution having a good run up at the end of this time to pit for the front guys. Now we're going to see what, an 8 to 10 lap difference here in pit strategy.
Oh yeah, definitely, yeah, because Brett Beasley and Spencer Madden did not pit, or I'm sorry, my bad. Caden Henry and Spencer Madden did not pit, and Caden Henry out there leading right now with a 1.3 second lead over Brett Beasley. Now that's going to be difficult for Brett to try to reel him in. He's going to have to wait for more of a tire fall off. But you know, here's the bad thing about these, and I didn't mean to interrupt you there, Jeff, but the bad thing about these is these, once you get to a certain point with the tires on these cars, they really don't fall off much.
No, and that's right now we're just seeing a significant 10-lap tire difference from the pitters to the non-pitters of the previous caution. That's all we're seeing, and Brett Beasley being the most successful of that. However, you got guys like Sam Goodman who were forced to pit early through an incident on the field. And I believe Sam Goodman, Sam out there, like I said, pitted due to an incident. But Spencer Madden really, really needs to pit, in my opinion, because he's losing way too much time on the field.
Yeah, now Keith Martinson's on pit road. I'm wondering what's going on, why these guys are pitting so early. You know, because you got take a look at Caden Henry. He's been out here for 33 laps. He's led, been out here for 33 laps. The whole race is not pitted, and he's got a 1 second lead over Brett Beasley. Brett's almost in that draft. He can smell it, but he just, he's just not quite in the draft yet.
Nah, he'll get there. He's reeling in about 1/10 to 2/10 of a lap at this point. Caden really falling off. It looks like Caden might even be looking at a pit stop coming up. We'll have to view him. He hasn't really signaled downward. You want to get downward and lose a lot of speed out of turn 4 from like 200 miles an hour to 50 miles an hour is worse than any NASCAR race.
Yeah, he's going to pit probably any time in the next 10 laps, or he'll be coming to pit road. I mean, they're creeping up on the halfway mark already. Nate Stewart, third. Brandon Carl, fourth. And Sean Williams now into fifth. This is the closest
89 machine.
This is the closest we've seen him to the front. He's doing good.
Yeah, 77 machine, like I mentioned. Brandon Carl also. All the way up from 14th. His qualifying time. He's taking the long game here. He hasn't pitted since the first caution flag we've seen.
Take a look back from our leader, Caden Henry, looking back there on Brett Beasley. That's 1 second back to Brett. And these guys are doing well over 200 miles an hour. I just seen 214 there. Let's see what he does on the backstretch. 215, 16. About 216 mile an hour going into turn 3. That is hauling the mail.
Yeah, hauling the mail and not even lifting. All that is just turning the car and rubbing off speed there in the corners. It's all back into the throttle through the straightaways. This car is designed for peak aero performance back in the day. This is the DW12 car, though. With the new IR18 car already out, we'll see a little bit of difference of aerodynamics, though, from car-to-car transfer.
There you go, looking for Brett Beasley up to Caden Henry. That's 9/10 of a second. Of course, they got a lap car in between them.
He can close it there pretty easily with that lap car coming up. We'll see how much that affects Caden. All-night cars still on the field here, Rudy.
Yeah, I think that's, who is that just ahead of him?
I believe it's
Andy
47.
Kinsey. Yep, Andy Kinsey. And he's already a couple of laps down, so. Matt Hummel, a couple laps down. John Poole, 2 laps down now.
It's just in time for John Poole. Hopefully he's going to have to make that up somehow in the transfer pitting. Nice long green flag run we got going on. Leader passing up the 47 onto the back straightaway.
And now Beasley's coming up on that lap car of Andy Kinsey, and he's going to have to figure out a way to get around him and still try to maintain that 1 second margin there between him and the leader. Nate Stewart, 3rd. Brandon Carl, 4th. And Daniel Falkingham now into 5th as he passed up Sean Williams.
Yeah, I believe he was also involved in the second caution there, Rudy, the 20 of Daniel Falkingham. So it was good to see him recover after starting 15th on the field.
Oh yeah, definitely. I just can't believe how much they're spread out around here. This is amazing. Justin Ford in 11th.
Yeah, all about the line you run and the tires you wear at the moment with whatever draft help you can get too. Looks like Falkingham's running up on some draft.
Yeah, he's about a half a second behind Brandon Carl now, so he's in the draft. He's going to start closing this gap up big time now, down to less than 0.3 of a second.
About halfway here to go, coming up on halfway.
Yep. And I think Caden's got to be thinking about pitting here pretty quick. He's been out here 45 laps right now. So he's got to be pitting here probably in the next 5 laps. Because you got to think about, we added a few caution laps in there. So probably in the next 5 laps, he's going to be looking at coming to pit road. Which is pretty good, because then he's going to have a shorter time to go on those tires. Or everybody else is going to have to pit.
Him and I believe it was, I'm forgetting names now. Spencer Madden are the only guys that can do it on one pit stop currently. Right. Spencer's way back there. He's fell off the pace tremendously. He needs new shoes quickly, but Caden's got the line, he's got the speed, and he's going to be able to do it on one pit stop tonight, currently as we stand.
Yep. Elijah Gracia up to 8th. He was involved in that one accident there at the beginning when him and Keith Martinson got together.
Yep.
But I mean, it wasn't a damaging pit stop. I don't think he really needed to use his quick repair or anything, so he probably still got that. They just kind of collided together, not really making a whole lot of damage to each other. Jeff Murray in 9th. And Spencer Madden now in 10th. Back up front, 0.8 of a second separating our leader in second place. Hayden Henry has led 32 laps already.
Yeah, he's the man out front, man to beat. His pit cycle is going to be what puts him out there in front of everyone. If he has a bad pit stop, we'll have a different mix up here for the rest of the race, but got to be coming up on that pit stop soon.
Yes.
Keith swore up and down that you could make 50, and I think he was right.
Well, but don't forget you had some pace laps in here. So that'll kind of extend it out, maybe a couple more laps, 4 or 5,
yeah, most
maybe,
definitely.
Yeah, another 3 or 4 laps probably, but we'll see here. He's got 50 on the tank of fuel right now. And Beasley's only got 41. So both of these guys got to pit here soon. Nobody can make it from here to the end.
That we know of.
Right.
Unless they've stuck into the pits when we weren't looking, which Tom Mercier, 2 laps down. He's back down on pit road. John Poole still 2 laps down, fighting traffic, almost hitting the wall. He's 16th and 2 laps down.
David, no, they run road courses and everything. Just this week happens to be an oval. Can you look and see where they're at next week, Jeff? Look on the schedule.
Oh, yes.
Or, not next week, in 2 weeks, because next week they're back in the Pro Mazdas.
Okay, so June 13th, Pocono, the 2011 Oval.
Okay. And Brett Beasley missing pit road. Wow, man, that was very costly to him. Oh, we got one into the wall, or into the tires are back there, and taking out the cones, so that's going to be an unsafe pit entry. But they give the lead to Daniel Falkingham now. And
yeah, Daniel still has to.
Yeah, he's got some bonus points there, leading the lap.
Brandon Carl just on pit road too.
These guys all got to pit one more time. Caden Henry he's back out there.
Track.
Yeah, he's the first car lap down.
Falkingham down on road. Stewart picks up the lead.
Yes, sir. Where did you say they were in 2 weeks?
Pocono, the 2011 Oval.
Oh, okay. That rough, bumpy track.
Yes.
Taylor Fry, second place. He wants to lead a lap too, and he looks like he is going to, because Nate Stewart just come to pit road. So Taylor Fry grabs a bonus point.
Yep, a lot of guys out here hoping to grab some bonus points if they can't make it to the overall lead. Whatever the bonus point amount is, you got to grab it when you can.
Well, there's a couple more of these drivers got to come to pit road. Jeff Murray's got to come in, Justin Ford, and it looks like Justin Ford is coming in. Yep, he's making his final pit stop.
He's down. Murray and Frey still on track, along with Stewart, who just got off of pit road.
Well, what's going to be interesting is when these guys finally cycle through, that's going to be Caden Henry's going to be back in the lead. And he's going to have Daniel Falkingham is going to be about 2.4 seconds behind him.
Yeah, he's the next contender to Caden. Falkingham making a good run there at the end of that cycle, really stretching it to the amount that Caden did, and now finds him in a great position to lead up to the final laps of this race.
Matt Hummel out of the race, and Tom Mercier still sitting on pit road. And Sean Williams, wow, what happened to Sean Williams there? Or what was it? Taylor Fry, I don't know, something happened to Taylor Fry.
Looks like he just got off a road cycle there. 23, Jeffrey, our leader, down on pit road. Caden's going to pick up this lead when he passes him.
With a 2.3 second lead, 2.2 second lead now over Falking.
Boy, they're looking down laps after a quick couple yellows early on. Rudy.
Oh, yeah. Yep, well, they needed to get them out of the way, I guess. So then they could settle into some nice green flag runs here. Falkingham down to 2 seconds. Beasley not far behind him. And Beasley's been able to reel in drivers when he wants to. And he's sniffing the draft there off of Daniel Falkingham right now. He's feeling it. 3/4 of a second.
Yeah, but really 20 of Falkingham, the real winner of the whole 2 pit cycles or 1 pit cycle, whoever you looked at there.
Yeah.
The 20 machine made the biggest gains. Obviously, no qualifying time down. Started 15th, now up to 2nd.
Yeah.
And also involved in the second caution.
Yep, and he's still holding that Well, he's actually kind of stretching it out a little bit over Beasley now. He's almost back up to a full second ahead of Beasley.
Yeah, I believe they're about the same on tires. I know Caden's a little bit older on tires than Falkingham is.
Yeah, by 3 laps. So, but Caden, man, looking to maybe capture a win here tonight.
What a car he has. He's got a line down. He doesn't like people in his way, and he's just driving his race car.
Yep, coming down to 27 to go. Fuel, pit, and tires and everything. They don't need to worry about none of that. All they got to do is just keep the hammer down. And Falkingham is closing, though. He's down to 1.4 seconds. He's running a totally different line than Caden Henry is right now. And I think that's why he might be gaining some time on Caden. That's going to come down to a 2-car battle for the end of this.
Yeah, that's what I'm predicting here. At least Daniel Falkingham. I mean, Brett Beasley could make it interesting. Also, Caden is the first guy who's going to be running up on lap traffic. Is lap traffic going to be in a battle at the moment? Can he get by?
And Falkingham's just about in the window where he can start feeling the draft coming off of Caden Henry. Yeah, he's just now starting to feel it. So he's going to close that gap really quick now.
Oh, yeah, he is. Back out there on YouTube, a lot of chat going on. Thank you guys for participating in chat and everything, talking it up about the IndyCar and different leagues out there. Up to 25 people watching at one point, 15 likes so far. Keep hitting that like button. Subscribe if you can. Stay tuned for more great racing here on MaxSpeedTV.
Yeah, now I don't think we have anything coming up tomorrow night because normally that's Manning, and they've just finished their season last week, Manning Electric Super Speedway Series. But we'll be back Saturday night for Jimmy Crow Motorsports. And then Sunday night we'll be back with the NSRA Super Speedway League. So lots of good racing coming up.
Tons of stuff on MaxSpeedTV there, Rudy, as you always say.
Well, folks, you can
battle for the lead coming up here, Rudy. Look at this. We've been talking, and Daniel Falkingham turned on the heat.
Yeah, he turned on the afterburners, and man, like I said, when he closed up enough, he could smell that draft. Ooh, this is gonna get good now.
And with the mix of different drivers trying to stay one lap up from the leader, but this could get widely interesting. I see a 2x2 battle ahead of our leaders. Here goes Falkingham.
And man, it didn't take long for him, and Caden's not even going to fight him. Well, Caden's going to come out of here tonight with the most laps led. That's pretty much a given. He's got 44 led. I don't think anybody can top that.
No,
that's pretty awesome.
Is Daniel putting the gas down too early? Or has he just got that good of a run or a car? Now he's coming up on these lap potentially down cars.
Yep.
Blocking the bottom is that Marlboro car.
Oh my gosh, this is going to get interesting now because with all this, oh, there you go, almost a wreck right in front of him. Oh man, look at this. Caden Henry closed right back up on Falkingham, and he's going to go up the middle.
3 wide.
Whoa, man. And Falkingham slides up in front of him. You got to be careful doing that. And they're going to split the lap car there. That's Andy Kinsey in the middle. He's watching all of this going on. Up in the front, them two battling it out, man.
They are getting wild with this battle up front. Falkingham had such a run coming up those lap down potential cars. I think Caden's a little bit more steady behind the wheel. Falkingham just wants to go fast.
And all that battling that they were doing and dealing with them lap cars, that let Brett Beasley close up on them. And he's using this lap traffic here for a little bit of help.
Yeah, as long as they stay by 2 up at the front, Beasley's going to hold in. He still has a couple lap cars to pass. if he can pass potentially. Gosh, them down on the bottom really scares me coming back up on the track.
I know it. I know it. Yeah, you know, there's some tracks out there, and I was thinking Chicagoland was one of them, but I guess not. That, boy, I'll tell you, when you take it down below that white line, there's kind of a place right at the end of pit road where you want to come back up under safely. If you miss that window and you come back up under, sometimes it unloads that car and it gets you out of control. So that's a bad thing about taking it down there below that white line.
Chicagoland, Kansas, Michigan, tracks like that where you can maybe fit that Indy car down there, but is it, tire conducive to what your car can handle?
Well, Brett Beasley battling with Caden Henry now. Caden just can't seem to clear John Poole. Well, rightfully so. That's why he's the points leader, right?
And John Poole having the most disruptive night so far.
Yeah.
I don't think he had a good pit cycle his first time around. He's had a lot of battling.
Man.
Look at him battling. Oh, almost. We've had rubbings racing out there, but can't do too much rubbing here in the IndyCar.
Well, he backs out of it there. He says, okay, I'm going to let Brett and Caden go at it here. These guys, oh my gosh.
John Poole's a lap down.
Yeah. First car lap down, 12th place. All right, Brett Beasley gets around Caden Henry. And these guys are on the same lap tires, okay? But Bulkingham's got about 3 lap newer tires. Now, I don't really think that's going to matter all that much. But Bulkingham has pulled away from these guys by about a full second. He's been able to deal with this lap traffic a little bit better.
Oh, I don't know. During lap traffic, when it was all bunched up 2 by 2, he got a little bit of nose in there and scooted some people where he needed to. But
yeah,
like you said, maybe a little bit more effectively, obviously, as we see him out front.
All right, so 12 to go, coming to 11 to go this time by. Boy, they really ran this down quick, didn't they?
Yeah, shoot. Last thing we knew was we were trying to anticipate pit stops. Next thing we know, we're in the throes of this race here. And Bulkingham, I mean, I thought Caden had it in the bag, but Caden, obviously something different between Bulkingham, Beasley, and Caden there.
Yeah, I think he just battled so hard there with Beasley and Bulkingham that he's kind of used up his tires a little bit more. And that
it is the first time he was challenged all night.
Brandon Carl quite a ways behind. A good run for him. Elijah Gracia coming from 17th to 5th. Nate Stewart. Now, we've seen Nate battling up there for a while, and I don't know what happened, but now he finds himself in 6th. John Williams 7th. Jeff Murray 8th. Taylor Fry in 9th place, and Tony Hillbrands rounds out the top 10.
And
that
is the last car in the lead lap.
Yeah, last one, yep. Makes Spencer Madden the first one a lap down.
Leader trying to pass up the 58 of Keith Martinson there. He does so effectively. Keith all the way back in 14th, successfully creeping towards his goal of finishing the race.
Yeah, he said he wanted to finish here tonight, and he's going to do it. I know he likes to drive these cars. I'm not a big fan of these cars, but I'm not saying that I wouldn't, go in and race them, because I have before. But keep talking, highly about these cars and how much fun they are to drive and exhilarating. When you figure you're doing 214 mile an hour going into the turn, boy, that's booking.
Oh, yeah. These cars have a lot of good racing. It's a somewhat, I would say, easy race on the ovals. Probably a little bit of a challenge on the road course. Not a road course master myself, but still, the ability to get up to your driver, your competitor, and just suck up to them, pass them, whatever you can do. It makes for great racing, and we're seeing Daniel Bulkingham lose some time here to Brett Beasley.
Yeah, down to 3/4 of a second. So he is feeling the draft off of Falkingham now. If he can just close that gap up on Falkingham, we might see a 2-car battle at the very end of this. Dragon, no, I don't use Discord. It jacks up my whole computer, so sorry.
Yeah, TeamSpeak a little bit more conducive for our broadcast here on MaxSpeedTV and most other broadcasters. You'll find some out there that can use Discord, but we find it effective on TeamSpeak. But just look it up, I guess, for TeamSpeaks.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of Discord just because I have weird sound things that happen. I mean, I lose all sound on my computer, and the only way I can get it back is to completely restart my PC. All right, coming to 3 to go for Daniel Falkingham. He's bound determined to win this. Brett Beasley closing in half a second from him.
Yeah, he's waiting to the last parts of this race. Falkingham's got a lap car in front of him. Don't know how that's going to affect. Look at Beasley. He got a good run through that corner.
Yes, he did. I'll tell you, if he can figure out a way to get around him now, he's going up to the high side looking for that run again. If he can get another run in coming off of 2 like he just had that last time, boy, he's going to be right there. And there he goes, taking a look.
We haven't seen the white flag. You want to make the pass. You want to be the guy blocking, as we saw on the Indy 500 closing lap. You want to be the guy blocking. That way you can throw the block and have the guy check up, and you run your race. He's going to have to make the pass right here in 1 and 2 if he doesn't want to see a huge block going through 3 and 4.
Yeah, he backed off there a little bit to kind of regroup, but I don't know if he's got anything left for Falkingham or not. Beasley right there, 0.2 of a second. He's going to drive it into the corner deep, but it's not going to be enough, and Falkingham's going to come home with the win here at Chicagoland. Very cool. Good job.
What a race. We almost had some side-by-side action. A little bit of an early jump there, like I said, for Beasley. That Caden comes in third, rounding out what a successful night he had, leading the most laps.
Right. Man, I'm telling you. Well, we'll get these guys up here in just a minute, and we'll see if we can't. I know Dragon likes the burnouts. We'll see if we can get Daniel to give us a burnout. All right, we caught up with tonight's winner, Daniel Falkingham. Daniel, congratulations, man. Did you even think that you had a chance to win here tonight?
Honestly, not really, because after I got involved in the second incident, I lost my fast pair, so certainly made it tough from here to the finish. So, but yeah, we managed to. I have no idea how I managed to drive through the field like that. I managed to get up front, but we somehow did it. Just main key in this whole race was dirty air, so and just trying to deal, and that's how Brett caught me at the end, because I got stuck in I think it was Sam's dirty air when he was about to go lap down, so I had to figure out different lines around him, and Brett was trying to pass me with 2 to go, and luckily I pinched him down, got him stuck in the dirty air where he got stuck behind me, and I think that sealed the deal for me. So exciting race. It was a hard race with all the dirty air, but I had a lot of fun. Well,
it seemed like you guys, man, you clicked this race off really fast here. We got through a couple of cautions there at the onset of the race, and once we got that cleared up, man, it was just hammer down, So how bad was the tire wear tonight?
Tire wear was pretty big, especially with the right front. My right front was like 78, right rear was 72. The right rear wore off a lot because this car actually got loose on the long run, so that was actually kind of helping me because I was able to turn 3. I feel like was the worst place where you would get tight. But if you were able to turn to the bottom really good, that actually kind of helped you out. And plus, it was actually getting free going into turn 3, which actually helped me make the corner. So some ways being free was actually really good for me. It actually felt really good, but just in dirty air, you would just push up the racetrack. So it was hard to deal with, but overall, it was a good challenge. And glad we managed to bring home the win. Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what, man, great race out there. Congratulations on this victory. Who you got to thank for it, Daniel?
Just gotta thank Elijah for putting on this league and everyone SRCA for all they do for this league. And thanks to everyone who comes on races. Thanks to everyone who watched the race.
Very good. All right. Well, we'll see you back here next week and see what you can do in the Pro Mazdas if you make it back here for that. If not, hopefully we'll catch you in the next Indy race.
Yep, 10-4. Thanks, Rudy.
All right. Thank you, sir. All right, Jeff, you got second place.
All right, bringing them up. We talked to him early. Brett Beasley, this is Jeff Wood. You got a copy, sir?
Yeah, I got you.
All right, man. Great run here tonight at Chicagoland. You almost had a run up to first place to end this. Got stuck behind some what we'll call dirty air from our leader, at least. Do you think you could have made that pass if you maybe loaded up a different lap or had a better run through a different corner?
I don't think so. I mean, with the old tires, I gave it a shot, but I was going to end up wrecking us both. So, you know, if I had newer tires, I probably could have made something happen, but second's all right. I'll take it.
All right. How did you feel about tonight when the IndyCar around this thing? Maybe not a great qualifying standard for you normally. It looks like you gridded up third, but do you think you can do that successfully to put yourself above John Poole and the points?
He's going to be hard to beat. I mean, this definitely helped. I think we got one more road track. I'm definitely not strong at those, but we'll see. I love the oval racing, so I think we got a chance, but he is going to be tough to beat.
All right. Anyone you want to thank for your second place finish here tonight at Chicago?
Yeah, shout out to my dad. He's at home watching. Bates, he's usually here, but he missed this race. He had to work. And thank you guys for putting it on. Love it.
All right. We'll ship it over here to Rudy with our third place finisher.
Yeah, Caden Andrew, you got a copy.
Yes, sir.
Wow, man, what an impressive run you had out there. You lead the most laps here today with 44 laps, but you didn't get the win. What happened there? Did tire fall off just a little bit too much for you? Or was it just the fact that you had a lot of lap cars to deal with?
I stayed out those first two yellows, and then that put me on the back foot for the rest of the race. Just about when we got to the pit stops, because I had to pit first, and I got out pretty good. Made up a lot of time on everybody, but because I pit so early, I got caught up behind the lap cars, and they didn't do anything wrong. It's just I got stuck behind them, and I was basically along for the ride from there. And, it's not much you can do, but it's just how it goes.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, that was a pretty impressive run you had, Caden. I didn't realize you were that good in these Indy cars, to be honest.
I mean, I feel like I'm all right. I just need to figure out how to position myself better, I reckon. We ran the Nork Indy 500 last week and felt like I ran pretty damn good there and just couldn't close the deal. So figure out my race strategy towards the end of these things. I just gotta work on that some more.
All right. Well, who you got to thank for third?
Well, you guys for putting the show on. Elijah for setting up the league, because I've been moaning and complaining about how he needs to do an IndyCar league, and finally got it, and I'm able to race, so I'm glad for that. This is one of the cars I actually have fun driving, so it's a great show altogether, and I actually enjoy being able to run these cars with this group of guys. So the whole package pretty much.
Well, what's really impressive, I think, Caden, is how you guys, we were on board with you a couple times, 214 mile an hour going into turn one. I mean, that is all in the mail right there, man. That's faster than any car that I think that you race going into turn one, like at Chicagoland here, 214. That's really moving.
Yeah, I would say with how much downforce we have in the Indy cars, I would say I feel more comfortable, like more secure of where I'm able to put my car, and
Right.
have more confidence in what I'm doing when I'm driving, you know?
Yep. Well, we heard Brett say there was a lot of tire wear out there. He said he only had 72% or something on the back, right rear, and 78% on the front right. So, how was yours?
I was 65 on both of the rights. It was
Ooh, man.
a long haul.
Yeah. All right. Well, we hope to see you back next week for the Pro Mazda. If not, we'll catch you back in 2 weeks. You guys go to, where was it again, Jeff? Gosh, I forget.
Pocono.
Pocono. Thank you. The old Pocono.
Hooey.
Oh, yeah. Roughy. It's going to be rough. All right. Well, thanks for talking with us, Caden. Congrats on third.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks.
All right. We'll get up here with the winner. And run
We
down
got the
through
winner.
Huh? Yeah, I know.
Oh, never mind. Sorry.
We'll run down through the final results here. Daniel Falkingham coming home with the win tonight. Brett Beasley second. Caden Henry finishes third. Elijah Grassi, amazing finish for him. Man, coming home fourth. He started way back in the field, didn't even take a qualifying time. Nate Stewart, top five. Sean Williams in sixth. Jeff Murray, seventh. Taylor Fry, eighth. Tony Hilbrand's ninth. And Brandon Carl with a pretty exceptional run there earlier when he was inside the top five. But he finishes in 10th. Jeff?
Yeah, Justin Ford in that 0-0. He'll be 11th, one lap down. That'll start a lap down car. Spencer Madden ends up a lap down after early on success. He finishes 12th. Sam Goodman got back a little bit some after an early on crash. He's 13th. Keith Martinson, he finishes the race. He's 14th. John Poole, our points leader, prospectively, maybe lost it here tonight. He'll finish 15th. Lucas Smith, 16th. Andy Kinsey, 17th. Tom Mercier, 18th. And Matt Hummel rounds out our field in 19th.
Very good. All right. Well, congratulations again to our winner, Daniel Falkingham. Thanks for watching tonight, folks. We'll catch you next time. Until then, stay safe and have a good night.